On social media, also big stories trending this week, and Tshepiso Moche joins us to walk us through some of these. Tshepiso?
Morning, Sakina, and morning to the viewers at home. Sakina, today we're only focusing on the passing of the former Bophuthatswana leader, Kgosi Lucas Mangope. Sakina, earlier this week, news broke that the former Bophuthatswana leader has died, and many people took to social media to express their heartfelt condolences, others to lambast Mangope for his way of doing things in the Bophuthatswana government. But Sakina, I must add, there's been most tweets that we've seen were positive. There were one or two that were critical of how he used to do things. Others even comparing the way his government had was managing the buildings and looking after infrastructure, while others saying now there are mud schools, there are potholes, when there's heavy floods, storage drain doesn't work. When there were sort of mixed reactions, Sakina, and here Martin Hughes saying incredibly sad news regarding Kgosi Lucas Mangope, a true gentleman and a visionary leader, eternally grateful for growing up in Bophuthatswana and having a childhood where all I knew was, and there's a word missing there.
And then more of those messages. People's Councillor at Tulani Dasa says, deepest condolences to the Mangope family and loved ones on the passing of Lucas. We bid farewell to this remarkable leader who dedicated his life to improving the lives of many.
Another one from Tapelo saying, Supra Mahuma Pelo must give Lucas Mangope a provincial funeral.
And just on that, Sophie Mokwena, this is a question that many people are asking at the moment. What sort of funeral will Kgosi Lucas Mangope be afforded?
Well, of course, people have different views in terms of what needs to happen. Many believe, and those particularly who lived in Bophuthatswana, you know that much as he had negative issues that are linked to him, but there's a lot that he did for the homeland then, particularly when coming to issue of education and training skills, you know, for young people. You know, Mabana Center, we have many artists today who got training from that institution, but also there were lots of good schools in Bophuthatswana, particularly in all these former homeland areas where there were boarding schools, particularly for black children. You know that most of the people from Soweto got education in Kwakwa because there were lots of high schools and boarding schools. And that is why perhaps people feel that much as there are issues, but we must acknowledge the role he played to develop a black child in particular. Therefore, I don't know, I think a decision will be taken by the government. Supra Mahuma Pelo must make a presentation to the President of the Republic, and President Zuma must decide. The former state president, Botha, was afforded an opportunity to be given an official funeral. The family declined. So it's up to the family and perhaps up to Supra to make a request to President Zuma.
We wait with bated breath because it's a very interesting one, because in the end it was about someone who in his capacity officially was an extension of the apartheid system, which was declared a crime against humanity. And I think it is for this reason that we are seeing the varying sentiments expressed around his death. Any more, Tshepiso?
And Sakina, there are pictures of the former leader of Bophuthatswana. We've put together a picture gallery of him and other former leaders. Here you can see there's a picture of him and the current Northwest Premier, Supra Mahuma Pelo. And this one, I think he was speaking at some event. This is the Odi Stadium in Mabopane. And Sakina, many people are saying a stadium such as that in Odi Stadium in Mabopane, they are not well looked after now because Mangope is not in the leading position, and they're urging government to sort of take care of such infrastructure, because they were not only beneficial then, they are still now in good use. They could be in good use if they are well taken care of, saying infrastructure such as that should be well maintained so that it can help develop other footballers in future.
Well, let's listen to some of those voices and what people actually said in their own words.
He teaches me a lot of things. He was a disciplined man, and he was respecting a time. The main thing was a time and be punctuality on the work.
Respectable someone who was doing so much for the people of Bophuthatswana. You know, he did. You know, I remember so many things. Mabana Orchestra. I remember those days. Mabana Orchestra. It was, you know, it was excelling in South Africa.
No, I liked him very much because of his deeds. You know, he was a man of his caliber. Administratively, he was versatile with the running of the government and the governance, you see. So that's why I liked him very much.
In Zirast, we didn't have schools that Mangombe built in Bophuthatswana. We used to travel to Bophuthatswana for education. He changed the pit toilets and the developments we didn't have in South Africa. When we were still using the bucket toilets, Bophuthatswana was already using flushing toilets. Mr. Mangombe was far ahead in infrastructural developments. That is why most of the people used to move from South Africa to Bophuthatswana seeking greener pastures.
During the Mangombe government, there were jobs in the army, the police, but today there are no longer job opportunities. Since 1994, buildings in Lihuruti are dilapidated.
When comparing his government and now, there was water, today we don't have any. Buildings are now dilapidated, but he warned us that they were going to take our properties.
A lot of talk there about governance issues and people harping back to the good old days when governance was a priority, and well done. But of course, I'm sure this debate will continue. Thank you so much, Tshepiso.